I don't know. Responsibility. That's like to be responsible for something means that you are entrusted to take care of it.
Okay, so here's what responsibility means according to me. Demonstrate always doing your best, thinking about consequences, being accountable for choices you make, and doing what you're supposed to do. Now, in my lovely student handbook, I have some information on it. One sec. Responsibility. And this is our introduction lesson I will do every year. We'll have a word of the week. Okay, so responsibility is demonstrated by always doing your best, thinking about consequences, being accountable for choices, and doing what one is expected to do. Okay, so by that, how many responsibilities do you think there are?
Lots.
Good. So, now how do you show responsibility? I thought of another way maybe. Helping someone or doing something for someone, taking care of a pet, or doing your work/homework, right? That's responsibility. Taking responsible of something, right? So give me an example of responsibility, David, please.
Well, I take care of all the fish in the aquariums, so the fish count on me to do that for them, so I'm responsible to do that. They're my aquariums, but it's kind of a responsibility that I've given to myself, but it's a responsibility because it involves a life. You know, it's important.
You're right. So when we talk about responsibility, you said responsible. Responsibility. Responsible is like responsibility. It's just worded a little different. So they kind of mean the same thing, and I like how you use responsible instead of responsibility. Because when you're explaining a word, like if I'm explaining a car, cars are like the wheels of a car. You aren't supposed to be using the word car. You're supposed to maybe use a vehicle, maybe something like that. I like how you did not use, when you're explaining something, you should not use the word that you're explaining. Who agrees? David, why do you agree with me?
Because whenever you use the same word in the definition of the word, that's called a circular definition, and it doesn't really necessarily help you understand the word any better if you just keep saying the same word over and over again.
So for example, is this what you're meaning? If I say, like, I'm going to explain what car means, saying, like, cars have wheels, cars have windows, cars have mirrors, cars have trunks, cars have seats, stuff like, cars have gas pedals, stuff like that. Is that what you're meaning? When you explain something, you could say vehicles have windows, vehicles have mirrors, stuff like that, instead of using car, right? Because you're explaining car, and what is a car? A car is a vehicle, right?
Yeah. And what is a vehicle?
A vehicle is a car.
A vehicle is something that...
Something that you drive in.
That can move.
Yes.
That people or
now,
things
you
can
said
ride in.
something that can move. I said drive, and I know I'm wrong. Because that's what teachers sometimes try to teach kids. But a vehicle can be a horse. A vehicle can be a camel. It's something that helps to use transportation. Okay? That's what